That's a religion. Jainism?
Good afternoon, everyone. We would like to start. I guess I'll introduce myself to most of you in a different classroom. My name is Mark. I'm a research assistant for the research unit. I posted the website in French. However, we have an English version. But anyway, for the research unit, Science Eco 21, where, as I said, in most classes, we're interested in environmental education and science education. So we try to set up different workshops for to promote environmental education. We're also involved in research and obviously in environmental education. So if you're ever interested by any of the stuff that relates to science education, environmental education, you might find some useful tools on our website. Just to give you a quick idea, well, we have a tab that's called Events. If you go on our the English version of the website, which is scienceeco21.ca, and in our event, like we have like different workshops like this one that we've done in the past year that we videotaped, just like this one. We've posted them online, so you might find some resources that you might be interested in there. We also have a Facebook group on which we have like 6 people or something like that. But anyway, so if you ever want to follow our activities, you're welcome to find us there. And just as a last quick word, well, we have here with us Yan Jun, who's the head of the research unit. And yeah, if you're ever interested in environmental education, if you want to pursue that at the master's level, anything, you can talk with her. Just one last quick word. If you ever have some interesting ideas that we could promote, that we could use in our workshop, there would be some hands-on activities about environmental education, you can come talk with us and we could try to set up one so that like your classmates can know about it. So for now,
Thank you, Marc-Alexandre. Just a little word to say that I'm a member of this research unit. I'm a fundator member of this unit with Dr. Gabrielle and also Dr. Trudel. So, as you know, here at the University of Ottawa, there's 2 sectors for teacher education. There's one Francophone and one Anglophone. I teach in the Francophone side, but I also have some grad students in English, and I think I can manage also in English quite well. So you're very welcome to come and see me in my office, whatever question you have, or if you're interested about grad studies, like what Marc-Alexandre was telling, you're welcome to come in my office. If you want to speak with me in French, to practice your French, you're welcome also. And if I don't have the answer, then I will conduct you to the good resource. As you know, we are an active research unit. We would like to have more people participating to our unit. So if you are interested to give some of your time, being part of the unit, you know, that could be good also on your CV when you're going to apply for a position. So we always look for people to help us organizing the Café Ecoscience. So if you want to be part of the team or you want to participate maybe as a presenter, we are open to your suggestion and to your expertise. I'm sure there's many people which have expertise here in environmental education. Can you lift your hand, the one that have some expertise in environmental education?
Well, don't worry, you're at the right
Don't
place.
be so humble. Don't be so humble. I'm sure you have, you might have something to bring to us, so you're welcome, and we leave the place to our 2 presenters. Those 2 ladies are very eager to present, I'm sure.
Awesome. Hi everyone, my name is Tasha. I am a student at the University of Ottawa, actually doing my undergrad still. I'm in political science and environmental studies. And along with Gabby here, I'm involved with Climate Justice Ottawa, which is a group that does a lot of like pro-science solidarity work and looking at climate issues, especially from kind of a social lens and how it links with social issues, as well as the Canadian Youth Climate Coalition.
Yeah, same kind of thing. I'm undergraduate student in development studies, and we're really excited to be here to talk to you guys about the tar sands. So,
I guess I kind of first, like, if we really quickly could go around and have everyone say their name and kind of like where they plan to be teaching or are teaching in terms of like age level or subject. I would really appreciate that.
My name's Erin, and I'm on the on-site program for primary juniors. I'm Bethany, and I'm also on-site for primary junior education.
I'm Steve, and I'm assigned to these guys.
I'm Claire. We're all primary junior.
I'm Lisa, same thing.
Jen. Nothing. I'm a primary junior for French and second language.
And I'm Heather. I'm the same thing.
My name is Nicole. We're on the same program, so we don't know anywhere K to 6. I'm Natalie, same guy.
I'm Mimi. Not the same thing. I'm the student of Dr. Dion.
I'm Devon, and I'm in primary junior.
Rachel and Science.
I'm Chris. I'm intermediate science, chemistry, physics.
Okay, awesome. And
Ahmed, intermediate senior science.
I'm Jenny. I'm with them in primary junior.
okay, awesome. So we have a lot of primary and junior. Cool.
the workshop that we're going to give today is probably going to be a lot more kind of discussion based, because we really want to know like what you know about the tar sands and like kind of have discussions about what you think about different facts that we might present and stuff. So I guess first off, we'll start with. Did you want to do the slideshow first? Okay. Yeah. I guess first off, we wanted to know what you guys know about the tar sands. So this is just like a brainstorming activity to kind of get the juices flowing, I guess. So I guess shout out something, but yeah.
I'll be honest, completely nothing at all. I don't watch the news, just like depressing, to be honest, and I got to do other things, and so got an email and my classmates did mention a little bit, and I was like, seriously, that's going on? And so I'm here. I'm like nothing at all.
Okay.
Anyone else? Anything? Yeah.
I can maybe give a brief description.
Okay. Yeah.
From what I know, it's basically oil in sands, but that makes it really hard to get at. It's not like coalesced into a single source. So to get it, you have to pump water in to make it float to the surface. That pollutes the water. It's really expensive, and it's really disruptive to the environment.
Yeah, that was a great
reasonable?
story.
Is it like very biodiverse land too, like rainforest kind of? Or something?
It's like boreal forest specifically.
Oh.
And do you want to give more about that?
Yeah, I guess we'll kind of get into it in the presentation, but like was mentioned, it is in northern Alberta, where the largest tar sands deposit is. That's getting mined right now, and so that's in like Canadian Shield boreal forest. So it's not rainforest, but it is very biodiverse, and it's an area that's like really important, especially for like caribou and.
All right. Did you want to go to the slideshow?
I think that's a really good start. So let's Okay. Perfect. So here's Canada, and so folks said it is in Alberta. Does anyone have an idea of like where in Alberta or how large maybe it is? Does anyone know the area that the tar sands are situated under? The size of that area? No. So it's about equivalent to like all of the UK. Is the if you were to just like take the UK, the size of the UK is the area right here in northern Alberta, around Fort McMurray area, that has tar sands deposits under it. Not all of which has been mined yet, but a lot of which is getting started, and much of which has been not started mining, but they've given permits to be mined. So right here, this whole orange area right here, which is larger than the size of the UK. And also on this map, it shows some of the pipelines that are coming out of it, as well as the pipeline they're going to build, which is coming into it. So this is called the Mackenzie Valley pipeline that they're going to be building or have planned to build. And it brings natural gas to the tar sands just to power the operation of extracting oil. They're going to build this this pipeline, and these are the pipelines that are existing pipelines that are coming out of it, and they're planning on extending some of those. Some people might have seen. Did anyone see the Keystone XL protests that were happening in Washington like a couple weeks ago?
The actress,
Daryl Hannah?
Daryl Hannah?
She was arrested, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was one of like thousands of people who were arrested in front of the White House in Washington in the last couple weeks in a civil disobedience protest against the Keystone XL, like expansion of the Keystone XL pipeline, which is one of these pipelines coming out here, which essentially will be going through Nevada and the some of the plains in the U.S. And threatens their aquifers there.
Sorry, have they got permission to develop that whole orange area to mine for tar sands in that whole area?
No, not all of it yet. A lot of this has been started, and they're like working to get permission for more of it, but not all of it has been given permits for yet.
But their aim is to eventually mine that entire area?
Yeah.
It's a huge chunk of boreal forest. So we talked about kind of like, there's boreal forest kind of mixed in there, but and environmental impacts of some of the tar sands. But can anyone think of like communities that might be in there, like specifically native communities that might be impacted by the tar sands? Does anyone have a guess of like specific ones?
Yeah.
To my knowledge, it's cancer causing to live in the area, I believe, or carcinogenic or something.
Yeah. So there's a river that's not on this map, which comes through here, which is called the Athabasca River, and it flows north. And a lot of, we'll go into the process of the tar sands afterwards, but a lot of what happens is that there's big tailings ponds which leach all of the dirty water that essentially was talked about by your colleague over here into the Athabasca River, a lot of which has been causing cancers in downstream communities. So does anyone know what any of those communities are called? Gabby?
All right. Well, we've got a couple Blue Concrete, a couple Dene communities. Dene are usually north, Blue Concrete usually more like south, yeah. And communities like Fort
Chippewa has been a big community that's especially seen a like huge increase in cancer. Yeah.
Are these communities employed from the
So there's like Fort McMurray, for example, is a community that is a town of like 40,000, I think, approximately. But it's been growing a lot of whom are employed in the tar sands, and a lot of folks who actually moved there to get jobs there. Who here actually knows someone who's worked in the tar sands before? It's actually like a surprisingly low number. Yeah, so that's Fort McMurray. The downstream communities, like when we're talking about Fort McKay, Fort Chippewa, there definitely are some people who would come down to Fort McMurray, but from their community, they're not able to. So Fort Chippewa is a fly-in community. There's not like any development going on directly around them. So in that community, it's like people are mostly relying on traditional ways of living.
Yeah, maybe a silly question. Can I ask it? People who are in, like, working on the oil rigs or in Fort McMurray, is it all tar sands or is it something completely different with two things going on?
There is still a bit of conventional extraction going on around there. For example, there's like in this patch right here, my family lives like right over here, and there's not any tar sands extraction going on there yet, but there's a lot of conventional like oil extraction. And there's a little bit of that left over there, but most of it is in tar sands operations.